This hour for you on Daybreak, the local school is letting students burn off some energy in a creative way.
And as COVID-19 continues to spread, doctors are hoping more people will get the flu vaccine. Why they say it's even more important now to take it.
Also, why the Springfield School District is able to add one more school to the list of renovations. That'll be big. We'll have that story for you this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Today is September 14th. It's Monday. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm Joe Moreno. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their weekend and their football Sunday. NFL's back, Jen. I'm real excited about it.
That's right. Football season is here and it's starting to feel like it too.
Yeah, that's right.
The humidity is no longer here. Thank goodness. Hopefully today will be just as nice as yesterday. Good morning, Elisa.
Yes, absolutely. Today is going to be gorgeous with the low humidity like yesterday. We'll find some of that humidity creep back by the middle of this week as the tropical remnants get close, but today's going to be gorgeous.
This is good because I did not go outside much at all. I'm too into that NFL watching, so I need to get outside. And I can do that today, you're saying. That's good.
Yeah, we're starting out with some clear skies and dry roads out there this morning. It is 57 degrees, cool and comfortable to start with some calm winds, clean sweeps on satellite and radar, so be dry as you head out to work and school. 58 degrees in West Plains, 57 degrees in Springfield, and 57 degrees to start in Monette. Dew points still in the middle and upper 50s, so that's where you get that comfortable, crisp feel out there this morning. Greens on the muggy meter map. Dry roads as we head through the afternoon. Again, no weather hazards for you, just lots of sunshine out there, so just grab the sunglasses. For recess, the kiddos will have lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, 75 degrees by 1 o'clock. We'll be headed to a high of 80 degrees by dismissal, mostly sunny and again very pleasant and another gorgeous day. So 2 nice days today and tomorrow. Rain chances return as we start tracking the tropics. The latest on Tropical Storm Sally coming up in 10 minutes.
New for you this morning, High Point Elementary students in Nixa have a new way to take a brain break from their classes. Nyjah McDonald actually visited the school and sees how all this works. She's live in studio to explain. Nyjah.
Yeah, Joe, well, good morning. High Point now has a sensory pathway, which encourages movement and helps students get the sillies out.
Hopscotch and jumping jacks sounds like summer break shenanigans, but for some Nixa Elementary School students, these actions help them take brain breaks from class.
It gives them a chance to get up and move and, kind of meets the needs of those kids that have sensory needs.
Instructional coach Amanda Ward says it's not always easy for students to stay focused.
Sometimes it's the textures around them or the way their seat feels or the way that their body feels in the moment.
Each sticker on the sensory path indicates an action for a child to follow.
When we see them using it, it feels like what they are, it's an effective place for them to be. And if nothing else, it's very exciting.
High Point Assistant Principal Josh Bennett says he's noticed an energy switch that happens along the path.
If they have that outlet, they go back to class, they're more focused, they're more engaged in their learning. We just have happier kids just because, they have that little bit of exercise to give them a break from, their studies.
And Bennett adds the importance of having different outlets for different students.
What the sensory pathway does is just allows them to kind of work out those needs, but also stimulate their brains in different ways.
Ward says the school is currently working to secure an outdoor sensory path.
Having it outside gives every kid a chance to interact with it, whereas having it in here, maybe not everybody gets to interact with it on a regular basis.
Well, the sensory path came to be thanks to a High Point Elementary School teacher, Gretchen Thomas. Thomas actually wrote the grant to help secure the funds for it.
All right, Nyjah, thank you. What a great idea. Well, here in Springfield, the school district is adding one more school to the list of renovations. The district says this is thanks to saving money on existing projects of Proposition S. York Elementary is now also getting a facelift. The current building has been there since 1911. Some parents and students say they will miss the building, but are excited about having a brand new one on the north side of town. Principal Laura Hopper says the York family will be improving with the building.
The handicap accessibility is the issue for those classrooms because there's no elevator, there's no ramp.
I'm super excited because a few years ago we had a student who was in a wheelchair and she couldn't continue at York. With a new building, there can be accommodations for every child.
Construction on the new building is expected to start in 2021, and students should move back in the fall semester of 2022.
Moving on to some medical coverage for you now. As a result of the continued spread of COVID-19, doctors are recommending now more than ever that people get their annual flu vaccine. As of yesterday, there have been 1,700 deaths associated with the coronavirus in Missouri. There were just under 2,000 pneumonia and flu-related deaths in the state for the 2019-2020 season. Dr. Scott Dooley with Jordan Valley Community Health Center says healthcare providers don't need to be overwhelmed with both COVID-19 and the flu.
And of course, we want to decrease the total demand on the healthcare systems because otherwise we could have overlapping epidemics of influenza and COVID at the same time, and so that's been a concern. With all the precautions that we're taking for COVID, hopefully we have a lower flu season this year as well.
Dr. Dooley recommends getting your flu shot as early as the end of this month or start of October. If you'd like to see a flu and COVID-19 case information site, you can find these links over on ozarksfirst.com.
A recent study published in the Journal of American Medical Association found that depression in adults has tripled across the country during the health crisis. If feelings of sadness, frustration, or anger won't go away, you might be experiencing depression, but you're not alone. Licensed therapist Katie Wells says more people are coming to terms with the longevity of COVID-19 and its impact. And she says that for some, the disruption and change in their daily lives is taking a toll on their mental health.
And it's very easy to start getting into a negative filtered mindset. And once you're there, because maybe you're not having the same social interaction, for your friends to be able to check you or for you to be able to get outside of that mindset, then it just sets in and festers.
Wells says there are signs to look for, like a change in behavior, and this could include a change in your sleep habits, like sleeping through the day or not sleeping at all, keeping to yourself more than usual, or lashing out. Wells says it's important to check in with your loved ones and their emotional well-being.
We're starting out with some dry roads on our Color 10 Live Drive this morning. Some crisp 50s to start. By dismissal, A+ weather, mostly sunny with that high at 80 degrees. A very pleasant afternoon. Details on Tropical Storm Sally and its impacts to the Ozarks coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Alisa Rafa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.